Let's bring in Mahoney Asset Management CEO Ken Mahoney. Also joining the conversation all morning long, Wall Street Journal Assistant Editorial Page Editor James Freeman and Strategic Wealth Partners President and CEO Mark Tepper. Gentlemen, good morning to all of you. It's great to have you here. We've got some green arrows to show our viewers. We love that on a holiday, right? Ken, let's start with what we're seeing as far as the markets goes. You've got 3 vaccines in Western countries. AstraZeneca, you've got the Pfizer-BioNTech, and you've got the Moderna vaccine. Now, while these vaccines aren't going to be out to the general public for months probably, Wall Street seems to be ready to go ahead and move forward and move higher.
Yes, look, the market's always looking and discounting 6 to 9 months out. Depends on which way you're looking at it. So, look, if we're looking at it here and now, yeah, these numbers are ugly, right? I mean, the pandemic continues to spread throughout the country. But it's like, Wayne Gretzky says, it's not where the puck is, it's where the puck is going. And investors, where the puck is, okay, it's not a great spot to be right now in the pandemic. However, where the puck is going, 6 months from now, 9 months from now, where hopefully most of this is diminished, that's what the market's looking at. And that's what, again, you've seen some of these laggards become leaders, some airlines, the cruise lines, and some of these areas. Again, I'm not sure I want to chase those. But at the same token, the market is looking in advance of this, looking down the road, Cheryl, that we're going to have some vaccination help. And that's 3 of them that you mentioned. There's others that are in trial. There's some therapeutics, Regeneron coming out with one the other day. So help is on its way. We just have to get that bridge from now to the next few months.
Yeah. Any hiccups that you see in the next 3 months, though, that could upset that?
Yes, there's always hiccups. More and more states are shutting places down. Here in New York City, shutting down schools. When you shut down schools, you also shut down people who work and have to go to work and so forth. So these shutdowns and unevenness, it definitely makes things very choppy. But I think this Black Friday is going to show consumers pretty good consumer sentiment considering all the factors. I mean, it looks like we're going to have about 20% increase of sales of Black Friday from this Black Friday to last. Most of that going to happen online, obviously, because people don't want to venture out to the malls. But I think if you see, if you look at consumer spending and superimpose that in a stock market chart over many years, it lines up pretty well. So we do expect some really good consumer spending next year. This kind of pent-up demand, get us out of our homes, go to Italy, buy an RV, do these things that we want to do. And so I do believe it's going to be a lot of pent-up demand. That consumer spending, I think, is going to be really strong in 2021. And that superimpose, again, it goes really well, correlates to that of the stock market.
It really does. I want to bring Mark Tepper into this conversation as well as James Freeman because, Mark, the National Retail Federation really pretty optimistic about holiday spending. They're forecasting a range, an increase, 3.6% to 5.2% in spending. Mark, that could bode well, obviously, for the names that we have been tracking all year long, including your Amazons.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I actually think it's probably going to come out on the high end of that range because, look, if you're a grandparent and you can't see your grandkids over the holidays, are you really going to tighten the purse strings and not spend as much this holiday season? I think you're actually going to do the opposite. So I think you're going to see an increase in spending. I mean, we're looking at already in October, retail sales were up 10% year over year. So I think that continues. I think it's going to be a blockbuster holiday season. You mentioned Amazon. Absolutely. I mean, most of the shopping is still going to be done online, so e-commerce is the place to be.
Yeah.
There are some old school brick and mortar retailers that could do well in addition to Amazon, but Amazon's a big winner there.
Well, and I said Amazon's plural because it's all of the retailers that are heavy into online shopping, and I'm going to put Walmart and Target into that because they have really boosted their digital sales stories over the last 6 months. It's been pretty impressive. James Freeman, one other thing that the market is looking for and waiting for is stimulus. Where are we right now?
Well, I hope there's a realization in Washington that the stimulus we need is continued reopening. I hope the vaccine gives people some comfort that, or the multiple vaccines that we're seeing light at the end of the tunnel here. And I think more reopening. I think as we've been describing, I think this economy is ready to roll. And Ken, one thing I was wondering as you look a little further out, do you see inflation with a Jerome Powell Fed and Janet Yellen at Treasury? Do you see inflation eventually on the horizon, and how does that change your investment thesis?
Yeah, we're going to talk about actually the Janet Yellen pick for Treasury Secretary coming up later in the show, so stand by for that. And Ken, thank you for being here. Obviously, it's a big day. I would usually say that it's a huge day for retail, but I think the whole month is big for retail, considering that we don't really have a Black Friday today. Ken, thank you very much. All right.